You wanted some insight, a little sneak peek into the back end of some things and some of these scams and schemes and contract breaches and weird trading stuff. So I'm going to walk you through some here. We got a lot to cover, so try to keep up. I'm going to try to go fast here. So scams, schemes, abuses. So I hope you saw from the first video that this is a big issue as far as staff being tied up, right? There's only so much that staff can do. We're adding more staff, but where do you want the staff focused? Do you want them tied up with all this stuff when they could be doing something that immediately helps you, or working on payouts faster, or tickets faster, right? Working on more automation, live chat, answering phones, better systems, training courses, a million things that we could do besides dealing with some of this. I'll tell you this, the amount of fraud, scams, schemes, misuse, and abuse would shock you. And some of the stuff I'll show you will shock you and be a big eye-opener, and it's not even a tip of the iceberg. I can tell you this, when we got into this business and opened this, I thought we were, Joe and I both thought we were opening a trader funding company. We were a help trader. We had no idea the amount of scams, schemes, fraud, drama. It would shock you. It still shocks me to this day. So we have an entire fraud team, entire payout team, building a secondary payout team. We have a new fraud and compliance report team. 3 new people just came on, very high-end programmers and database analysts pulling reports for us. And there's several members of management involved in all this. There's tech teams, our software teams, tech team implementing automation and monitors and all type of stuff. We've got teams at the credit card company side, on the merchant side, that monitor for fraud. We actually have some of the platforms actually implementing stuff on their end as well. This is extremely widespread, and we still can't keep up with it all. The verification and catching schemes and all that. Working on it, multiple staff, 15 more coming on. We've already got 25 people for just fraud and compliance and payout reviews. Like, that's how bad it is. A staff of 25 people between these different departments I talked to you there about. Out of control. Imagine what those people could be doing. So the actual fraud team itself, they mainly focus on credit card fraud, member ID verification. Some of you guys have gotten that, like, oh, I got to get verified. You go to the app and you enter things and you take the pictures and it goes through, or sometimes, oh, it fails because the picture didn't come through right. You got to send in a ticket. Apex, we fall under the compliance requirements for KYC and AML. What that is, KYC is know your customer, and AML is anti-money laundering laws. We're actually under big compliance requirements for that, of who are we dealing with, who are we giving access to for the simulated trading, but also who are we paying out, right? So that's a huge requirement. And so that takes up a lot of time, especially with that. Fraud team looks into a lot of these group scheme associations, groups trading together, scamming together, trading each other's account together, accounts being traded by other people than the listed user, accounts that are traded from the same location, IP, the same computer MAC address, the same servers copied from. We can see all of this, even though there's attempts to hide it that we're constantly battling, and then they try to work around a scam and battling. We're cracking down on that big time. We can see the same exact trades being taken in multiple user accounts over and over again, or we can see patterns of opposing trades of, oh, well, you go long on this one, I'll go short on this one. They won't know it's the same. We can track all those patterns. Affiliate fraud, non-compliance, and then times when there's additional, ID and stuff needed. Or people from banned countries that we don't service, or government-sanctioned countries, lying about what country they're in, lying about their citizenship, lying about their ID or address, trying to use fake IDs to still get in. We cannot accept those traders. And from particular countries, we cannot legally send money to those traders, right? Like, that's a big deal. Use of fake, fraudulent, stolen credit cards, or cards in the name of some other people or other countries, multiple members with the same cards. And we've already got most of this shut down, but months back, Autobots running literally 100 different credit card numbers in under 2 minutes through our system. Like, decline. Oh, there's approved, decline. Oh, there's approved. Hoping to get one to work. Like black market stolen credit card lists. It would shock you. People that we've banned, scammers, opening fake accounts under other people's names, under family, friends' names, all kinds of dramas there. So here's another one that a couple of departments deal with. You might have seen these ads all over the place online, right? Of, oh, we'll trade your account for you. We'll pass the evaluation for you. Like, there's all kind of different ones, all kind of different variations. Oh, you want 20 accounts? Okay, pay us $300 each, and we will hand you 20 Apex PA accounts. Give us your personal info so we can set up the account in your name. We'll go through and, some of them use their own cards and legit. Some go through and use a list of stolen cards, run through, get you 60 accounts, win, follow me each, pass them, use the cards to pay the PA fee, say, here you go. And of course, it's all done through some affiliate link, so they can get some kind of credit for it, and stolen cards, and then what? If they don't pay the lifetime, what happens with the monthly fee? Then it's gone. And then so Apex is stuck with it, and affiliate pay, and then this was stolen card, and drama, right? So many of those out there that people have fallen for. And what happens the next month around, try to renew that card's gone, right? And then Apex comes up to you going, hey, who are you, and who was this card, and this was a scam? It's ridiculous, right? And that's one of the times where sometimes Apex might ask for a video extra verification of who you are. Are you actually the one trading this account, right? And, or when we see that there's mirror copy trading of someone else is trading onto this account. And, hey, we asked for verification. Hey, who are you? Are you trading? Show us a video of a little trading session that you're trading. Kind of walk us through some of your interest. It would shock you, especially sometimes we call and get on the phone. Hey, let's do a quick share right now. They have no idea what they're doing. They can't trade. They barely can even operate the platform because it's not them, right? That's the reason for that clause there, that we can do that and ask for that. And then, of course, we got old girl making videos. Oh, my God, Apex going to make everyone do this just to deny them. Stop. Which one of you on here have ever gotten a request for that? Maybe 3 in the last however many weeks. There's reasons for it. Don't be drama and over-exaggerating conspiracy theory. There's reasons for it because there's all those scams out there, right? So not everything that happens is a conspiracy theory. Apex is not one of those companies. Sure, they're out there. Those companies that will come up with every reason to try to deny you and this and that. Apex doesn't do that, and anyone with Apex knows that. If you're here and that's what you think, like, you're in the wrong place then. Feel free to go somewhere else. That's not what Apex is, and we're not going to sit here and be okay with being accused of that. There's reasons for what we do. And this is another reason to follow the rules of the contract, specifically saying you and only you can trade the account. You can't give other people access to the account. You can even imagine how much energy and time and resources this takes up, and it could be spent on you. Or these other ongoing services out there everywhere. We have a great trading strategy. We'll trade it for you. You don't have to do nothing. Just connect your computer to ours, and all of our trades will copy to your account, and you can pay us a fee, or we can split the profits. Look, here's our win rate. Here's our payouts from Apex. Hey, you don't believe us? Let's connect to your account and trade it for a week for free. So you fall for that, breach the contract, break the contract, and go do it. And you're like, oh, wow, look at this. They're making all this money for me. And they're like, yeah, you got to have, have your PA accounts, and you have to have all these backup evaluation accounts that are almost passed, ready to move over into a PA in case one gets blown. Our strategy uses like full tilt losses, but really high win rates, but we might blow a few accounts in there. You got backup accounts. There's these whole systems behind it, right? And for 7 days, yeah, you see a couple blown accounts, but on the others you see profit. You're like, wow, I can have 20 accounts and backup evals. Just let them do this on autopilot, and they want 30%. That's fine. I don't have to do nothing. Plus, I don't really have a good system. Can't really trade that much, so they'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care if it breaks the Apex contract. I'm gonna do it anyway. These people just taught me how to work the system start to finish. You guys been on Facebook and you see somebody post something on Facebook, right? And what do you see in the comments left and right? Out of nowhere. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, so many people were losing money until they started working with this person. And just by going in and copying their trades. And oh, I've been able to make almost 9 times following this. You guys see it everywhere, right? All over the place. Why do you think comments get turned off on posts so quickly, right? You've seen the spam everywhere. We're trying to combat this. This is why we turn off comments half the time. Again, stop all the whiny theory of, oh, they don't want negative things said, so they're just turning off the comments. No, we don't want negative things said. We don't want drama and slander spread. But open your eyes, you see this. I turn off comments on positive posts all the time. Every video I post to send to you or announce a big sale, which is great news, I always turn off the comments because it's immediately spam crap. Even on my own stuff. I do it to myself, right? But no, that's not the place for that. We don't want that either. But you see all this scam, spam everywhere. And that's normally what it is and how they find you. They'll trade for you, they'll blow some accounts, they'll replace them. They'll show you how the system works, rack it up, and then they're like, hey, we blew an account today, but we couldn't reach you to move over the other PA out of eval. You lost out on thousands you could have made. So give us the full access and logins and credit card. And throughout the day, if we blow one and we need to pay for one of those evals and turn it into PA, we'll do it. We'll handle everything, right? You don't have to do nothing. We already have your card on file with us, and we'll use that to pay for this. Just switch the payout over. Have the payout deposited to us. And then at the end of the month, we'll send you the difference. Oh, cool. I don't have to do anything. And maybe you never see that money again. Or maybe you do. But it's so ridiculous that some of them are even scamming, claiming they're Apex. Hey, this is a special project we're doing with Apex where we can pick our top traders and trade for you with an account manager. Don't tell anybody because it's not public yet. They'll send us tickets. This is literally help desk ticket. I have a couple friends who want to copy trade and manage this, and I'd like to know the details about the designated account manager. That's not us. Somebody reached out to them claiming to be us or claiming that it was okay. People reach out to us all the time. Is this legit? They want $25,000 to trade my account. I just got to give them my details. Or, hey, these people have been trading my account for weeks now, doing great. Oh, really? Go ahead and give us that information. This is a huge scam. This is a huge widespread problem to the point of thousands of accounts being traded this way, right? It's a huge scam. Giving this information to someone else. That's not trader funding, right? Trader funding is there. Show us that you can trade. We partner together, make you a contractor of the company, and pay you out. Not having someone else do it, right? So that's completely against the contract, and everybody knows that, right? And this type of situation would never work in a real live funded account. Why? Because of the way these accounts are just blown, and you move over another one, blown, move over another, got a big windfall, got a this, got a cost tower. It doesn't work, right? It only works if they work the system and take advantage of it. So, and most of the time, they're not even trading it live. They're actually using an Autobot to do this. And sometimes they make a lot of money, and then boom, they lose it all. It's a huge thing out there. And guess what? Guess what strategy it is that most of them are trading? Yep, you guessed it. DCA, dollar cost averaging. This is part of the reason it got so big and crazy. 50-60% of it going on out there, these people aren't even trading it themselves. All the people you see whining and complaining and freaking out about this, and us not allowing it, most of them, there's not even them trading it. They're freaking out because they can't use these services anymore. This is why they blow through so many. It works until it does not work. Just like a martingale strategy, a DCA strategy, it works until it does not work. It's not sustainable. They do not use stops. The account balance is the stop. They just let the full thing go. Why do you think all these people are so freaking out about risk management and having stops and not doing more than a 4 times risk reward thing? This is why. And in a real actual live account, would you risk your entire balance and not use a stop? Just watch it all go against you, all gone? I don't think you would. But for $16.70, like the sale's going on now, you just get another Apex eval, pass it a day, pay $85. You got $102 in it. And that gives you $2,500 stop loss, like on a 50K. Just cycling through them like that. Does this work in a live trading environment? No, of course not. This is working in the system. You blow a few here and there, but you rack it up until payout. So that is one of the biggest scams out there going on right now in schemes is these DCA auto copying. It's not a sustainable system. DCA, dollar cost averaging, is actually a good system for long-term investing. Just look it up yourself. You can look that up yourself. It's about buying over time, spreading out when you purchase something. So it's not all at the top or bottom. It's not for day trading. It's not sustainable in a live real money market account. If so, they'd all be doing it. Problem is it works until it doesn't work. And sometimes it has like a 95% win rate. Like win all time. But then bam, it only takes one trade to knock it all out when you don't use stops. Why do you think all those people freaked out when Apex reminded the rules of using some type of stop and risk management? This is why. Because, and I'm going to show you more of these because there's so many schemes and little things out there of just blowing through these accounts to use the whole account as risk and never have a stop, never have risk management, right? That's why. And that's why they were freaked out because when we were enforcing that DCA, because it was already always there as in the contract and in the FAQ as prohibited, not allowed, not credited, and they're freaking out. Because that's the only thing they know to do is let someone else do that or to do that. So I'm going to show you more later, but you'll see why people thought this was so terrible. So DCA, dollar cost averaging. What is it? Like, I challenge you right now. Go to Google, pull up Google, type it in. What is dollar cost averaging? Is dollar cost averaging good for day trading? Look at everything. It's all about longer term. All of it. The concept of dollar cost average is simple. You just invest a fixed dollar amount every month, quarter, or regular interval over time, right? And what it does is right here, dollar cost averaging are best realized with longer term investments in fluctuating markets. It's over time you've bought at different prices instead of going all in at once. That's dollar cost averaging. It's not for day trades, right? Key takeaways. Dollar cost averaging is the practice of systematically investing equal amounts at regular intervals, right? Investments with buyer spreads out their purchase so that the total price is less affected by market timing, okay? It's not about day trading. And I'm gonna show you why. So, quick example here. Now, most people that are using dollar cost averaging are just randomly, blindly gambling doing it. And I'll show you how they do that. There are some people out there that, claim, oh, well, I have a quote unquote system to it. Okay, well, what is that? Well, I use Fibonacci levels. Okay, well, what are those? Well, those you don't know, look at this example right here, right? Okay, so the market goes up. Maybe it starts to pull back a little bit, and you think it's going to keep going up. So right in here, you buy, right? You buy, say the market's going up. The market doesn't go up. It comes down and down and down and down and down. Okay. So as the market comes down, these lines here are called Fibonacci levels, right? And they have different levels that represent different percentages of it's X% at this level. It's X% probability that it won't go past that. Well, here it's a higher probability it won't go past that. Well, here it's a high, and then they kind of go down from there. And you get down here to like it's an 80% chance it won't go past here. So you bought right here, say the market's going up. But as the market's pulling back, I'm gonna add in more contracts at this probability level. I'm gonna add in more here. I'm gonna add in more here. I'm gonna add in more here. And as the market's going down, what's happening? Every single one of those positions is losing, right? But as the market starts to come back up, this entry here to go long is way down in profit, right? But this one you just entered right here starts to go into profit. And then as it sits here, that one starts to go back into profit. As soon as it gets here, that one starts to go back into profit. So these profits that have been made kind of counteract all the other losses, and boom, right? Because let's say 80% of the time, it's not going to go past these certain levels. Now, granted, you have enough in the account to make it through those levels. Okay. Now, here's the downfall of it, right? Like I said, some people have a directional strategy behind it to a small extent, but 95% of them do not. Except this. They'll look at, for example, yesterday's high and low and say, the market's in the middle of the range. I'm going to flip a coin. Do I want to go long? Do I want to go short? Because it's in the middle of the range and only 80% chance that it will go outside of it. Whatever. Let's just press a button because of the probabilities. And then as it goes against us, we're just going to roll the dice. We're going to roll the dice, flip a coin, play the odds, decide which way to go. No other strategy, no targets, no stops, no take profit levels, no trailing, just hitting buttons, right? No system. Just play the odds. What does that sound like? Play the odds. Trading or gambling? Yeah. So quick chart here. Let's just kind of look here. So let's just say, it's right in here, the 22nd, right? So you're like, okay, well, here was kind of a high and low from the last couple of days, and okay, I don't know, maybe it's gonna go up, so I'm just gonna buy. Well, what happened right here on the 23rd? And it just kept going down until the day was over. Yeah. And what about the day before, on the 22nd, right here? Maybe you're looking over here. Oh, is here I'm gonna go up? Nope, it just kept going down. So let's take a peek here. Look at this chart, right? See this right here, profit and loss on this day, 1,000, this, going. Boom. What happened here? Wow. Notice this account here, okay? Something you'll see a lot with dollar cost averaging. Look at the high number. This is this person's 133rd PA account. And look how good they trade. Oh man, they're good. They're no losing. Oh man, they're going up and wow, bam, all gone. One day. Why? Well, just look here. When that market keeps going, and goes past that 80%, and you got all those contracts in there going the wrong way, and you don't use a stop, and you're not actually trading it either because an Autobot's trading it, or you are trading it with no stop, it kills the whole thing. You might win every single one of these days in profit, and bam, one day knocks it out right there on the 22nd, right? And you'll see this a lot again, high numbers, okay? A lot of high numbers. And then the point is this. You see this one here, okay? Yeah, these are all the other ones. So you take that big loss for the day times 10 other accounts because you had them all copied. So yeah, and that account had been up. Let's see here, $50,000 account was up here to about the $55,000 level. So $5,000 account times all those accounts, right? See that? That's a big hit in one day. What about the next day on the 23rd? I just showed on there. Bam, gone because the market just goes down, right? Everything's looking good, and bam, because the market didn't stop going that direction. And you just stayed in it, piling in with no stop. And how many PAs has this person had? They're on their 417th one. Why do you think that is? Blow, replace, blow, pop. Pop. It worked good enough to get a withdrawal and then get a new account. Why do they need a new account? Because they don't want to take out that first withdrawal and have only just a little bit in there. They cancel and just get a new account for the full drawdown because they need the full drawdown to handle that long pullback against them, right? Here's again, what day here? Notice people still trying to do these. Yep, a couple days ago and didn't stop. And then look what happened here on the 23rd. Like we just looked at that chart. $20,000. Boom. It's all gone. Going good. Great. Bam, gone. See that? That's the downside. So I'm going to show you this here. This is a report that I look at, that I get, and this is just for Trade of 8. There's a second report for Rhythmic, and this report I look at every day. And what this does is give me, like, on Trade of 8, what traders have the most P&L big balances, right? And it shows me how many accounts they're spread between. I monitor this. I watch this. I look at this. See who's doing good. Who should we maybe move to live? What's going on, right? So, and this is a more recent one, but a month or two ago, last month, I guess, I was looking at this, and imagine me seeing this one day, right? You see these numbers, 1.1 mil, 500,000, 400,000. Some traders like way up there, nice, man, they're doing good. Maybe we should look at moving them over to live, right? Put real live money behind them. Obviously, when somebody's doing this well, these balances, we don't want to just sit there paying them out of simulated PAs, right? We need to get them behind live money so that money to pay them is there. So that works. No company can sustain that otherwise if they don't have real funding. So let's say I'm watching these numbers grow and I'm seeing this, and okay, cool. And then the next day, boom. These ones I haven't read, let's just say those are all gone. It's like, whoa, what the hell happened? What just happened? This was one of the bigger red flags to what was really going on. Because this one particular day, like 70% of these at the top of the page, this page keeps going, gone. Whoa, let's start looking here. Like this one guy that was way up there. Look at this, going good. Like, look at some of these huge days, 1,000, like going good, 13, good. Like, wow. All the way up here to April 16th, like, wow. This started as a $50,000 account. You see it? Got it up to over $150,000. There was $100,000 of profit in this account. $100,000 on this account. And this was the day that brought it all to light. We spotted issues before this. We knew something was up, researching how big it was. But April 18th was D-Day for all of these scams, schemes, paid auto traders, and dollar cost averaging, and realizing how many people were actually doing it and breaching the contract. Any of you remember it? I know the ones of you that were doing it do, if you were in that direction. Because If you remember that day, I don't remember offhand what the actual news announcement what it was, but everyone talked about it. The market is like Titanic, it's sinking. The market will literally, nothing will stop it. It will not stop going down. And by the end of that day, we were able to pull all those reports we needed and see how big this was. It was out of control. Just imagine for a moment, I want to ask you this, think about this. Just imagine you had 12 Apex PA accounts, right? There were 50K accounts that were now up to 150K. Each one of them had $100,000 of profit in each. You were up $1.2 million, okay? 1.2 mil. Let me ask you, be honest. If that was a live account that you had put your money into at a broker and you were trading it live yourself in front of the computer, could you literally just sit there and watch $1.2 million just go away, go against you, in a losing position, just add it in more, add it in more, add it in more. Nah, no stops. I'm not going to exit early or try to save any of this or, nah, just let it go. Watch the whole thing go. No, nobody could. Now, if you weren't even there and you're at work and all these accounts are attached to some random scam trade bot that's programmed to not do stops, just go, 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 blows the whole thing. Why? It's not real. It's just Apex money. It's not real. Let's go. Does that work in live? No. Our goal with every trader is monitoring their accounts, watching their consistency, their discipline, their strategy. Can they be put into real live money? This is not a strategy we would want in real life money. Could you literally just watch it go by? Like, how sick would you be, right? Well, here's a quick overview chart from May, from April. You see this right here? Yeah. Other days, what do you have? Well, some ups and downs. It comes back up and down. Yeah, I just pick a middle in strategy, and it always comes back up. This thing works. I made $1 million, 1.2. Bam. It didn't stop that day, right? You're up 100 grand in each one of these accounts as of April 16th or 17th. And then what happens on April the 18th? $1.2 million gone. This is the problem with these strategies. They work until they don't work, right? Look at all this. March 8th, 11th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 trading day. Bam, 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 bam. Made 100 grand. Bam. It's gone in an afternoon. That's the problem with these strategies, and it's a problem with not using stops. 100 grand times 12 counts. How sick. How sick. I mean, can you even imagine? There's another one. See that? Going up, going up, going up from 300K up almost 600K. Bam. Look at that date. Same date. See that? Same date. How about another one here? Same type of situation. 50K up to about 150K. Bam. Right here. Then what? Got hit again. Boom. See it? On the 18th. Great, great, great. All gone in one afternoon. That is the problem right there. Because that's what this strategy is and does. And that's why it's not allowed. It never has been. Yeah. And then imagine this person having 20 accounts. Or 10 accounts, right? Over $1 million. I could go on and on and on showing you screenshot after screenshot of how many accounts this happened to that day. And then pinpointing and researching days in the market that went past certain levels and looking back going, that's when all these people blew. What is going on? This is wider spread. Wow. Yeah. And there you go. So again, why do you think all these people were freaking out? Because we said no to DCA, or we also said no to not using stops and just blowing these accounts and risk management. This is why right here. Now, no, not all people doing DCA are using Autobots or paid services. There's tons of traders that are manually doing it, right? Any losers, they just keep adding in and adding in. It works 90% of the time. Bam, then it's all gone. And just throw another account in there, throw another account in there. Just like you saw, hundreds and hundreds into the PA numbers, right? It's not a viable day trading strategy with real live money. Look it up, right? You can complain, you can argue, you can disagree, try to prove me wrong. The rule is the rule. It's not allowed, right? If you're not trading your own money, you don't get to dictate or decide your own terms, right? Apex dictates, hey, we do not want risk capital traded with these particular strategies because it doesn't work, right? We have every right to determine how we want those traded or not traded. And I mean, just like if you go, your own financial decisions, you go to an advisor, a financial advisor, right? You inherited some money from somebody in the family, you go to a financial advisor, hey, I want to put some money with you, 200 grand. And the first thing they ask you is, okay, well, what are you looking for? Do you want low risk, medium risk, high risk? Yeah, I want low risk. Okay, great. So you sign a contract with the guy and give him money and he goes straight in and puts it into super high risk and loses it all. And you're like, hey, what the heck? Well, put in the high risk stuff gave me a bigger commission for myself working the system. Doesn't matter what you want done with it. Risk doesn't matter. That's what I did. I'm closing my account with you. Well, that's not fair. I'm going to go badmouth you and threaten you and blackmail you. It's insanity. It's literally insanity. This is not a viable system. And other companies, literally, I don't know if you saw it, multiple other companies the same day, right after our announcement, they did it too. Elite, several others, got rid of dollar cost averaging, right? So some companies did not prohibit it. There's a couple companies out there, one in particular, bashing us, making fun of us, just trying to steal our business, saying, oh, that's ridiculous. You can DCA over here. If you want to come trade at the bottom of the stairs, it's a gimmick. The whole thing's a gimmick. Try to say it's allowed, but yet as soon as you start in a funded account with them, you're on scaling. You can only do 2 contracts anyway. You can't even do it. Plus, they have an intraday drawdown of $1,000. Dollar cost averaging at this level doesn't work with only having $1,000. Like, it's literally a ploy, right? Oh, well, you can do it a certain way through a certain platform, through a certain micro. Okay, if you want to go over there and trade it, be my guest. Feel free to go over there and try your dollar cost averaging. Okay, but there's more. Here's where it gets even juicier. You haven't seen the worst of it, right? Yes, there's hundreds of individuals trading and doing dollar cost averaging on their own, or following people on YouTube doing it, who all know that it was against the contract. It's always been in the contract. It's always been in the FAQ. A lot of these people are learning from people on YouTube who literally talk about it on the YouTube channel of, hey, we all know this is against the contract, and someday we're going to get busted. They all know it. There's no whining, playing the victim. Everyone knows it. And yeah, there's also these big companies out there, these scams offering this mirror copy trading, allowing someone else to have access to your account. That has happened across literally thousands of Apex accounts, or it was. They're being shut down. But there's a ton of just small one-man shows doing it, little groups offering to do this for other people. It's all over the place. The list is endless. They do mainly DCA plus a couple others I'll show you here. But how are they doing it? Some of you are like, wait a minute, how does this work? We're all familiar with trade copiers. I have a trade copier and use it every day to copy. I trade my one account and it copies over into the other accounts, right? Some of you are using the Apex trade copier, or some are using a TradeAway copier, or some are using the Replicanto copier, right? Well, but how do they copy to other people's accounts all around the world? Well, they do it with the help of software companies that help them scam us. Look at this. It's not just scam traders and contract breachers in these companies. It's a company you all know. I just said it. In fact, I don't know, 50% of you watching this know exactly what this is. You use it. Replicanto, right? Replicanto is a reliable trade copier for NinjaTrade. Oh, great, yeah, I have that. Okay, well, did you know there's another one? Comparing regular mode with stealth mode. Regular mode, that you link between your leader and follower accounts. Stealth mode, no link between them, follower save, link save computer memory. And stealth mode, also, you add to it and get a different version, and then what? Then you gotta buy remote credits. And what is that? For the leader only. Followers will not need it, right? What this is for is being able to connect other people's Replicanto account and their trading account to this Replicanto and trade like they trade, or they have an autobot trading, and it just blasts out and copies the trades to all these other people all around the world. And they gotta get, credits to do it, but that's part of what they charge for. So you have to charge your fee, the leader sets it all up, and gets access to your account, hooks it up, he pays for these credits, the leader does, all the followers don't need. Well. Huh. And guess what? There's certain log files that Apex can use to look for autobots and look for trade copies, right? And we have new ways of doing it now. So we obviously had staff look into this, research this a little more, find out a little more about this. Reached out to them, going, hey, how exactly does this work? Right here. When trade copying the Replicanto to other computers and other accounts using the remote node, do these unique IP addresses show up anywhere in the NT logs? For example, here it is. If a prop firm says, I can't trade other people's accounts, but I do so via the remote, can that be discovered by them in any way? That's a valid question, right? Because it's very clear, hey, don't let someone else trade your account. And if Apex is like, hey, I need this log and this log, and we need to see that. Well, what was their response directly from Flowbots? Yes, Replicanto logs all information about sending and receiving trades. This information can be found in this log here. You can find and delete them all before sending the logs to the prop firms if you need to. There are literally videos online from people teaching how to set this up, how to do it, and how to go in and edit and hide and delete logs to hide it from the prop firms. Ain't that some stuff? You see that? Yeah. So how fun is that, dealing with that, right? So not only traders, but these companies and these groups and this, and literally now software companies programming software to scam the prop funds and hide it. So guys, remember me showing you this, like this report I see, right? So if I'm looking at this report, again, I'm looking at this and I'm gonna check into this and going, hey, it's time to get these people, look at these balances. We don't want to be paying this out of PA accounts. We gotta get this into real live trades, right? I'm thinking, hey, I need to get these people moved over to live, right? All of them, get them on live money and trading. That way the money they're making is actually being produced in the live market to pay them, and then guess what? Apex gets 10% of that. Yeah, let's get this out of PA and get it over to live. Like that's the goal. That's always the end goal, to get a trader to live prop trading like this is trader funding. That's the goal. That should be the trader's goal as well, not to be in a simulated environment the whole time, right? So everything we look at, everything we monitor, rules and guidelines, we look at this as the end goal. So I'm looking over this list, seeing these balances, thinking, man, it's time to move them over. Like, and this is just part of the list, and this is just the TradeAway list, much less the Rithmic list, right? Like millions and millions and millions of dollars. I mean, and this goes on, right? Showing people over 100,000 or 50,000, like I'm just showing you the top of the list. So I'm always monitoring this. I'm like, okay, who should we reach out to? Who should we start to move? That's the end goal. Now, but yeah, because again, I mean, that's not a sustainable business model, right? We need to be able to move people over to live. They're doing good, right? Most companies don't ever have that. Most companies don't even have real live prop ever or even offer it. And why? Because they don't need it, because of payout caps. Like the most you never make out of your PA account is 25 grand, so whatever. Apex doesn't have that in their basic model, right? Never have. So that's once again a benefit of Apex compared to the other companies, but it's taken advantage of and encourages scammers because they know we don't have caps. But what if I had not caught this? What if this had not come out and not been realized how wide scale this was and not looked at, what if this had not been caught? And what if I said, man, I need to get these people moved over to live, right? That would make sense, see those balances. What if I had moved all of them over to live before, and even just before, April 18th, right? Like I said, that was just the top of the list. Plus the other entire list of hundreds of traders, groups, services, schemes doing DCA that lost big that day. And then again, like 10 days later. And then again, and then you saw on the 23rd. Yeah. That would have been like $10 to $15 million lost day of real life money that day alone. That afternoon. Bam, gone. How does that hit home, right? Over 1.2 million, just one single trader, much less 20 others or 40 others off the whole both lists. And what if I hadn't caught it? And it just kept going and going and growing and getting several times bigger. 50 million, 100 million, that one day? What if it just kept going 100 people, 500 people over time, right? Everyone having 20 accounts, just go and go crazy. $500 million in a day? Evil Apex, how dare they enforce rules or monitor schemes and scams? We should be able to do anything we want. This isn't fair. I'm sorry, but no. Like, that's out of control. That's not a system that's traded on Apex accounts or a valid trading system. And that's why, because it's just gone. The whole thing is risked. Now, what if? Another scenario here, right? I want you to go back and, I can't believe that you're enforcing the rules that have always been there. I can't believe that you want me to honor and follow the contract I agreed to and signed and breached. How dare you? This isn't fair. This isn't right. I'm going to go online and complain and make videos and talk about how bad Apex is, and this isn't right. Okay, so scenario. What if you've been working hard for months, right? Struggles up and down, you're learning, you're growing, you're trying to focus, be a better trader, you're spending all this time away from your life and your kids, and you're just really focused, you're studying, you're backtesting your charts, and you're watching videos and books on like trading discipline and mentality, and you're just putting everything you've got into this thing. You've lose some accounts, you've spent some money, you've had your ups, you've had your downs, you're trying, you're getting better, you're working through it, you finally are getting the hang of it, finally getting disciplined, and you know how to control your emotions, and you finally got it, right? And you're doing good, you're feeling good, and you got 20 PA accounts. You're consistent, you've got it down, you know your system, your entries, your exit, like you got it. You're feeling great. Like it's like a whole new world for you. In just a couple of days, you can request your first payout. You're not taking out your first payout and putting yourself down where you're gonna blow it. Like you built up a cushion, like you're doing it right. Like finally arrived. Like you're gonna be able to request $2,000 per account times 20 accounts. You're about to get $40,000 here in a few days. Like, you just can't believe it. Like, can't even sleep at night. You're so happy. You're so thankful. It's finally paying off. You're celebrating, right? You're going out to eat to celebrate. The spouse and the kids are like so proud of you and telling you good job. They finally now see it, and that all your sacrifice and hard work was worth it. All the time you spent away from them was worth it. It's going to pay off. It's going to be life-changing, right? You're going to be able to get that $40,000 next week, pay off some bills, some credit cards, lower your monthly payment and financial stress. You're going to take half of it and do that. The rest you're going to celebrate. You already booked a little family vacation next week to get away. Like, hey guys, I know like this has been tough and I haven't had much time with you. I've been distracted. Like, we're going to, enjoy this a little bit, right? And go celebrate as a family. This is great. And man, if I keep this up, another 2 weeks from now, I can request another $40,000. And then, golly, we can get things done around the house, do things we wanted. Honey, maybe you can quit your job, get this joy. We can finally afford that private school for the kids. Like, this is a life-changing experience. And here comes tomorrow. I can request that first payout. It's exciting. Tomorrow. But by the way, the story takes place on April 17th. So tomorrow's, should have been 18th. So tomorrow's April 18th, right? Or, I'm sorry, no, tomorrow's April 19th. Today's April 18th. The day after this happened, and Apex had moved everybody over to live, not catching these scams and schemes, and had hundreds and just got hit with $500 million in live money out of nowhere due to these schemes and scams. Yeah. Where do you think that leaves Apex? Where do you think that leaves you? Honey, kids, come to the table, we need to talk. We got a problem. Yeah. Or what if this happened later in time of, remember when I told you about Apex being mean and unfair because I actually wanted people to follow the rules of the contract and the agreement? Remember when me and these others complaining and posting online and made whiny videos about them to get them to change their mind? Remember when we said it's not fair that people should be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, no matter what? Doesn't matter what the contract said that they signed. Apex should just let it be Wild West free-for-all and just pay everybody anything, let them do whatever they want. Yeah, I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe instead of all of us going into complaining and not fair, thinking that everything was a conspiracy theory, we thought rules and enforcement of rules were just a way to find it, not pay us. I never thought about the big picture. Never looked at it from a grown-up, mature, professional, real-world view of rules and contracts, or looked at the future. The big picture being, no, Apex is not looking for a random reason to scam you and not pay you. They're actually making sure that down the road they can. They really were trying to weed out the scams and schemes and gamblers and focus on their traders. I guess that's why it's called Apex Trader Funding. They want traders. I now see it was a good reason for rules and risk management and discipline and consistency and actually have a stop and not just let it go and blow your whole account. Yeah, I really wish I wouldn't have bought into all that drama and conspiracy, and maybe I should have voted differently on those videos jumping up. But, looking back, I sure wish I would have supported Apex and slammed these people online and shut down the drama. I see now that this was a partnership that I hurt instead of supporting. I mean, who starts a partnership that tries to hurt it? This is not a valid strategy that Apex allows. It never has. And I'm over here saying, I'm sorry, man. Good job, but we're gone. Sorry. Maybe I should have done something more about it back then, but we were too worried about hurt feelings and being called Hitler and people saying not fair and videos, right? So, yeah, I'm sorry that me and the staff should have caught these scams and schemes sooner and breached a contract sooner, and maybe this would have happened, buddy. I'm sorry, but we were just so busy with all the social media drama and keeping up with social media rooms and hundreds or thousands of tickets coming in, people asking, when am I a review going to be done? When is my review going to be 12 days ahead of time? Answering the same questions every 5 minutes. All these things just to keep these people happy from whining and threatening and spread. Maybe we should have been less worried about that and more worried about this and protecting everyone's future, right? So again, what do you want the staff doing? Dealing with all that or protecting you? Protecting the company, protecting the future. Focused on a better company for traders. Quicker support for traders, not drama. So it's a double-edged sword because Apex kind of feels like we can't win either way, right? We focus on traders and making things better. It's just nothing but complaints about not responding to 1,000 tickets asking about something all day, every day for 12 days. Oh, Apex sucks, right? If we do focus on traders, get $8.9 million paid out 2 weeks early to 4,700 people, well, that's not fair. What about mine? This is BS. I'm going to complain. Okay. Then the good traders see all this complaining online and some of them fall for it. And they start to get anxious and nervous. It's like a domino effect, like downward spiral of conspiracy theories, right? And a PR nightmare. Kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't. You see my issue here? Like, see what I said when I said I need your help and support to do this and figure out what we're going to do? That's why I keep saying, help me help you. So really trying to dig in here, open up, be transparent, help you understand some of the why of everything. And see the whole picture. Not just, oh, Apex me doesn't like this trading. No, here's why. Here's the number. Here's how it works. That's why it's always been crooked. So, guys, that's kind of part one. Another part two here to show you some other kind of scams and schemes and trading drama we deal with.